weiter geht's mit GERᴴᴰ. Mal gucken, welche Fälle wir jetzt hatten. Wo wir jetzt ja genau sind. Wir waren jetzt da, oder? Falsche Papiere haben wir gerade gemacht. Okay, schauen wir mal durch. Da war wir. Dann schauen wir jetzt einfach mal. So.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
Wo war das denn? Ah, da ist die alte. Das ist die Unfallstelle, oder? Das Auto da. Hey, immer wenn ich da mit dem Ding hier stream. Boah, wie komme ich denn da runter jetzt? Muss ich da noch runterlaufen, oder was? Ah ja, super.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden
Das will ich
name,
doch gar nicht befragen.
June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You?
beast.
I don't like.
So wollte ich
Keep
das
out
jetzt
of
nicht.
this.
Ne. Ja, passt schon so. Also ich darf nicht zu nah an die alte gehen. Juhu. Da müssen wir so ein bisschen gucken, wie wir da runterkommen.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How is that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
So.
That's the bit you're gonna love.
Ja,
Right across
Entschuldigung.
the street.
Aber du kriegst doch nochmal eine Benachrichtigung, oder
The
nicht?
Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said, all's fair.
So, jetzt schauen wir mal.
See you later, fellas.
Müssen wir da halt nochmal
Try not to work
das
too
macht ja
hard.
auch nichts.
Look at you, bantering with the boys. Brings a tear to my eye.
Hey,
watching
wake
the
up.
Caterpillar grow wings.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Es geht, dass sich da die Steuerung umlegt,
Educated,
weil ich das hier
hardworking,
über Remote
straight as
stream.
an
Ein bisschen
arrow.
blöd.
Break into the cold, but never fails.
You know the way. You can drive.
Ach so, okay. Nur gucken hier. Ich dachte, ich darf nicht zu nahe kommen. Ich muss ja erst Beweise finden. Ich muss jetzt auf jeden Fall neu starten.
Her face looks familiar.
Well, that's June Ballard. Tarzan's sister, beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice.
Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight.
What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her story is that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, you can stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
So.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash
Also, wir
site.
müssen runter zu der Leiche. Wie kann man das denn hochholen, das scheiß Auto? Na. Warte mal, wie komme ich da denn am besten hin?
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Außenrum muss einen Weg geben. Schauen wir halt mal. Ob wir hier irgendwo runterkommen. Ah, sieht doch schon gut aus. Schon besser.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There,
Ja,
laid out on
glaub's
the
doch schon.
front. And that isn't even the best part.
So, da hätten wir das Nummernschild, das abgekracht ist. Ich denke aber mal, dass das nicht relevant ist. Na, schauen wir mal. Aha.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They're
Alles
stuffed in
klar.
the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Irgendein Briefchen. Das war auch nicht so interessant gewesen. Warte mal. Da gucken. Loot.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Was ist der Gerichtsfuzzi? Also nee, das hatten wir ja. Aber irgendwas passt da noch nicht so ganz. Vielleicht muss ich das doch mal durchlesen. Naja. Sonst wäre schon was gekommen. Mal gucken, wo ist der Gerichtsfuzzi? Das ist der Polizist. Schauen wir mal hier. Das müsste eigentlich... Ne. Hat sie jetzt nicht aufgenommen, die Blutspritze, oder? Mal außen rum gucken. Schon passen. Ja, das haben wir schon angeschaut. Jetzt schauen wir mal hier. Auf nach oben. So ungewohnt, dass ich jetzt nicht auf R2 rennen kann. Muss ich mich jetzt mal umgewöhnen. Tussi muss warten. Wo ist er? Das ist der?
Hey! Out of the way,
Halt die
bub!
Klappe. Sag mal. Ne, das ist er auch nicht. Wo ist denn diese beschissene Gerichtsmediziner jetzt? Hier wird doch gar nicht. Polizist, noch ein gewissen Weg. Noch ein Polizist. Was ist mit dem Typ?
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Ist der? Oh, das ist nur so eine Glotzbagge. Ah, ich glaube, das ist nur so eine Glotzbagge. Aber eigentlich dürfte der gar nicht rein, ne? Das sind wieder irgendwelche Leute. Leichenkarre. Dann ist er doch da unten. Ja, im Busch reinstellen brauchst du dich jetzt nicht. Huch! Ja, das ist er doch dann noch nicht, der Gerichtsvollzieher.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Hab ich doch! Ja, was ist daran so toll? Hab ich angeschaut. Und jetzt? Mein Unterhöschen? Wo?
Any ideas?
This is a big scene, Phelps. We need to get our bearings.
Ah, jetzt.
Let's go see the coroner.
Ist das der Gerichtsvollzieher? Der sagte, sprechen wir mit dem Gerichtsmediziner. Ist aber wieder hin und her. Huch. Dann sprechen wir mal mit dem Gerichtsmediziner, wenn ich ihn finde. Das ist ja die Voraussetzung. Ah, das ist doch der da, oder nicht?
This ain't the red carpet, so get out of my lens.
Sag mal.
Why is the word abbreviation so long?
Wo ist denn der Gerichtsspacken?
Ugh. They told me to wait on the detectives. But I can't hang around forever.
Also ein kranker Typi. Ich bin auch der Detective, Alter, was ist mit dir nicht richtig? Wo ist der scheiß Gerichtsmediziner? Wollt ihr mich jetzt voll verarschen, hä? War ich eigentlich in der Karte schon drin? Nee, war ich noch nicht. Siehst du? Gut. Also wenn irgendwer diesen blöden Gerichtsmediziner sieht.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that
Ja,
isn't
ich hab
even the
mir das
best
doch
part.
angeschaut. Aber das tut auch nicht mehr. Also irgendwas muss ich da noch übersehen haben. Wenn ich da rangehe, kommt auch nichts mehr. Da muss noch irgendwas nicht passen. Vielleicht muss ich doch den Brief hier durchlassen. Versuchen wir es einfach mal. Sollen wir den ganzen Brief hier durchlesen? Das kann jetzt nur dauern. Ist ja nicht gerade wenig Text. Hat er den Brief jetzt fertig gelesen? Nee. Müssen wir noch fertig lesen? Ach ja, liebe Jessie. Deine liebende Mutter Hamilton. Jetzt hat.
She's a long way from home.
Jetzt dürfte sie hier auch nicht mehr. Nope. So, dann kann ich ja jetzt endlich mit dem Gerichtsmediziner verbinden.
Drunk driver?
Juhu,
Maybe not.
also doch lesen.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Was zur
Alas,
Hölle?
poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
Was benutze?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first
Künstlicher
guess. Then
Strumpfkopf.
painted.
Alles klar.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead. Never the same, are they?
Ich fand die Dinge mal total gruselig.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit
Siehst du,
state, we
das
should
hätte ich auch noch
ask.
lesen sollen. Ich denke mir noch, weil normalerweise ist es dann so, wenn du die Beweise hast, dann vibriert es auch nicht mehr. Das hat immer vibriert. Dass du gleich den ganzen langen Brief da lesen musst, Wahnsinn. Ach komm. So, dann gehen wir mal zu der Ollen. Hoch. Ich muss sagen, die Steuerung auf Remote ist echt eklig. Aber okay. Jetzt kann ich auch mit der Dame hier schwätzen.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
Dass die Weiber mich immer
What about me,
anglauben,
June?
ja.
I'm a big fan of
You?
Beast.
I don't like. Keep out of
Die
this.
mag ich nicht, alles klar, ey. Bei der läuft's.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey.
Juhu, Renzen.
I can't remember.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation,
Genau.
madam.
Weiß
I
die
told
gute Dame
you to
mal
call
dafür.
me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle
Die
the
Alte ist
score
auch
with
komisch.
Mark
Voll
Bishop.
die alte Schrudi, ey, macht mich da voran.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is
Mark
between
Bishop,
her
den haben wir noch gar
and
nicht
Mark
gehört, oder?
Bishop.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
Guckt sehr oft am Boden, die gute Dame.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must
Yeah,
know
yeah.
where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am
Randale.
the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which
Was
prop
hat sie so
house
schnell
he
wie dir,
uses?
Mark Bischof?
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my
Oh, der
husband to
verbergt
worry
immer was.
about.
Ich bin sehr eifersüchtig.
I
keine
want to
Ahnung,
know
wer
what
weiß.
happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be
Der will
okay.
abgegangen.
These guys can take me home after my lawyer and I
Dann
have
schauen wir doch
talked
mal.
to the news hounds.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
Gott, hey, was ist mit der nicht
I
richtig?
think we're
jetzt
good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Ist jetzt mein echt? Ist das Auto jetzt von mir? Die Leichenkarte? Geil.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine.
Aufzugzentral.
Where are we headed?
Wahnsinn.
KGPL to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
Ja, das passt ja dann, wa? Wenn die gute Dame wieder bei Bewusstsein ist. So. Dann sind wir jetzt mal bei der Zentralklinik.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
Okay, da ist ein Doktor.
You can't hold me.
Hello, Doctor. I'm Detective Phelps. You're attending to the young lady from the auto accident?
Yes. She's conscious now, but I doubt she'll remember much. She's still feeling some of the after effects.
Jessica was drugged?
She certainly was. Chloral hydrate would be my guess, and there's clear evidence of abuse. She's still a minor, Detective.
Someone planned a double murder to cover up a statutory rape? Swap 7 years for life and gets Guy McAfee on their case? Doesn't make much sense to me.
I guess it depends on what they have to lose.
Jetzt wird's interessant.
Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
A little. My head still feels swimmy.
Ja. Das schauen wir mal durch, dieses Brettchen. Notizen, Spuren von Köln Blut kürzlich verabreicht. Gut. Aber das Klemmbrettlein, schauen wir mal, ob
You're
das...
making me uncomfortable. Just standing around here
unterhalten wir uns
looking
jetzt mal
at
mit
me,
der
not
guten
saying
Dame.
anything.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
Sexy Krankenschwestern.
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
Ja, deswegen guckst du die ganze Zeit so weg.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies.
Ja, das wollen sie
I told
alle.
Junie what
ein Star
happened,
werden.
and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Oh.
Even if you consented,
Papi
Jessica,
hat's herausgefunden.
you're still underage. We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with
Ja,
Aunt
ja.
June. They
Schon mal
trust her
gelogen.
to take
Hier
care of
steht
me.
was ganz anderes.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, detective, why would I lie to you?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
Okay. Verbindung zu Bishop.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really.
Die June.
She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Jessica, I really need you to help me here.
So.
I remember the mermaid.
Was the mermaid in the movie too?
No, it was on the front of a building. We pulled up in front of the mermaid.
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Weiter geht's.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Ach, da gibt's auch noch andere Filmrollen.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly
Machen wir noch
expedited
der
her release.
Geschichte
I don't
das
like it,
Update.
Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her. There she goes. Come on.
So. Oh.
Ballard is definitely up to something.
Also, Verfolgungsjagden. Nee, ich muss ja jetzt anständig fahren, ich verfolge.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
Geh weg. Ich muss da rein. Okay. Ich glaube, ich bin falsch abgebogen gerade, ha? Ich fahre ja schon so anständig wie möglich. Boah, das war knapp. Fast ein Autounfall gehabt. Aber auch nur fast.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
soll ich da jetzt rein? Ja, das stimmt doch nicht mehr. Oh Gott. Wie? Ich will zwar verarschen. Bäh. Also ich muss da jetzt rein, ohne gesehen zu werden. Das kann ja geil werden. Ich bin ein Schleich, also scheiß bin ich mehr als
Get in there
schlecht.
and see what she's up to.
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want.
Uh-huh.
Well, then make someone else do it! You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls!
Die Alte hat doch was zu verstecken.
I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803. Sure, I got the film.
Warte mal, bis die olle Nudel weg ist. Auf zum Bishop Apartment. Würde ich mal sagen.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Where are we going?
So.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address.
Oh,
Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh shit, you better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad the wrong way.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story?
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Roger, KGPL. 11K en route.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Jetzt wird's interessant. Nach dem Fahren müssen wir nur speichern, dann macht das Update da schön, das geht ja schnell. Nicht so groß sein. Beziehungsweise muss es ja eh nur installieren. Runtergeladen ist es ja schon. Boah, Alter, was rennt der denn so?
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Also. Wir nehmen den Aufzug.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Was hat er jetzt gesagt? Aufzug? Ist es Bishops?
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.
Okay, ich bin schon
Mrs.
richtig.
Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please,
Ach, du arme
come in,
Kleine.
officers.
Armes Tuk-Tuk.
I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess.
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
So. Warte mal, das ist was.
Seems irrelevant.
Nee, ist nicht relevant. Das sieht auch nicht relevant aus. Da ist auch was am Boden. Okay, kann man nicht aufheben. Gay Cowboys.
Presented to Mark.
Habe ich was verpasst? Ah, 20.000 Dollar-Scheck. Interessant, interessant.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Oh. Was ist das?
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Nichts Interessantes. Ja, ist doch bestimmt auch wieder was.
Optimistic, Cole.
Das nicht. Was ist mit dem Ring?
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Das ist eine Bürste, aha.
No good to me.
Gehen wir mal weiter. Alter, haben die eine Riesenbude. Was ist das? Ah, okay, das weiß ich nicht, was das darstellen soll.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Unwichtig. Das schaut schon interessant aus.
Looks like we found our mermaid. Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together.
Okay, dann wissen wir da Bescheid.
That's Hopgood's shop.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Ja, das will ich doch gar nicht. Was ist das? Die gute Dame muss warten. Was ist das denn? Die große Mauer von Babylon. Aha.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
War das jetzt interessant oder nicht? Da ist auch noch was. Nochmal ein Foto.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
So, sagen die Hinweise. Filmset-Foto. Foto des Requisitenladens haben wir jetzt. Den Sattel haben wir. Scheck über 20.000 haben wir. Filmset-Replik haben wir. Und Filmset-Foto haben wir. Ich glaube, dürfte eigentlich alles sein. Da geht nichts mehr. Schauen wir mal weiter. Wie hat ein rotes Logo? Echt jetzt? Mal gleich mal gucken hier. Wo? Auf dem normalen Twitch oder was? Hat ein rotes Logo. Also bei mir ist es noch lila. Alles. Wenn ich jetzt auf Twitch gehe. Oder wo hat es ein rotes Logo? Was habe ich? So.
Can we get on with this, please?
Ja, entspann dich, Alte. Tun wir mal die Alte da hier befragen.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
Ach komm, ihr
June
beide
Ballard
wissen
is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your
Die alte
husband
scheint
tried
den
to
Lenkrad
kill
erfreut.
her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Sabbelnet, Alter.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years
An
back.
einem Film, aha.
That's how I met my husband.
Wahrscheinlich eifersüchtiger Bitchfight.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Ah doch.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, Detective?
Wie frech die wieder immer alle sind zu einem, ne? Das ist der Wahnsinn.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Ja gut, aber die Filme machen...
Your husband
das
was at a
nicht, dass sie
casting
so viel
yesterday
Kohle haben.
with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is,
Aha, die weiß
my
Bescheid.
husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a
Die
magician with
Olle weiß
film.
Bescheid.
I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you.
Oh, bald
This
kann
is
es sehen.
Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Die klingt aber auch, Alter. Oh, Telefon. Gleich dran gehen, da.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
So.
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks.
Zeitungen habe ich jetzt so eigentlich gar keine mehr gesehen, ne? Fällt mir mal so auf. Hat jeder irgendwelche Zeitungen entdeckt? Die muss ich ja eigentlich, hoppala, auch sammeln. Aber bis jetzt ist keine mehr aufgetaucht. Es gibt 13 Stück. Also wenn da irgendwo mal eine Zeitung auftaucht, bitte gerne im Chat dann erwähnen. Das ist nämlich wichtig. gucke jetzt extra nochmal hier das Haus durch. Ob ich hier doch was finde noch? Es sieht aber nicht so aus. Gut. Kann ich das mit dem Aufzug wieder runter oder? Ja. Sehr schön.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, and movie producer's wife. We're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
So. Obwohl, warte mal. Hier könnte... Aha. Oh, die gilt nicht. Schade. Da ist keine mehr. Aber das hatte ich jetzt auch schon gedacht. Höchstens da noch schauen. Da ist auch noch eine Zeitung. Ne, kann man auch nicht anklicken, okay. Sicher, sicher. Alter, geht doch einen Weg. Ich auch nicht.
You can drive.
So, where you want to go?
Auf und davon.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
Yeah, you'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
So, schauen wir einfach mal. Silberrequisiten. Ob man was Hübsches finden. Gehen wir mal rein. Aua. Okay, hier ist nichts bis jetzt.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Ich will mit dem nicht reden.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
Okay, puh. Ich wollte jetzt nicht mit dem reden, ne? Muss ich erstmal gucken.
So, you coming?
Ja, gut, entspann dich, Alter. Ich muss erstmal mich umschauen. Okay, hier ist noch nichts.
So, you coming?
Ja, ich komme doch schon. Schau mal, da ist noch was. Ein dunkles kleines Räumchen. Ist denn hier was? Oder komme ich da immer nur auf der anderen Seite raus? Cola King ist cool. Ist das Sofas? Was ist das? Schränke. Kühlschränke.
So, you coming?
Haben wir die Klappe jetzt da? Ich guck mich um. Oh, geh doch weg, du Bob, Alter. Hey, you coming? Coming?
So, you coming?
Ja, ich komm gleich. Spann dich. Ich will mich nur umschauen. Man weiß ja nie. Okay, hier ist auch nichts. Jetzt läuft mir wieder im Weg.
So, you coming?
Okay, da ist schon mal
So,
nichts.
you coming?
Ja, bin ja schon unterwegs. alles umschauen. Der muss schon mal warten hier. Aha. Hä? Der sieht doch verdächtig ähnlich aus.
So this is where you sprang from.
Was ist das? Nix. So, schon mal weiter. Jetzt kann ich hier nicht mehr rennen, oder? Alter, wie viele Requisiten die hier halt einfach mal haben. Ich glaube, der Typ ist da rein, oder?
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me? Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Jo. Mach das Rennen. Alter, Schrumpfköpfchen. Ah, jetzt. Aha. Da haben wir das Chloralgedöns.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Nochmal so ein Strumpfdingsbums. Ach, die Strumpfköpfe da.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Okay, was mache ich jetzt da?
Huh. Well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
It can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Was zur Hölle?
Don't think this is any use to us.
Okay. Alter, was ist das denn hier? Wow. Wie kommt man da jetzt rein? Gar nicht. Shit. Irgendwo muss da doch einen Eingang geben. Vielleicht hier? Hat jemand eine Ahnung, wie ich da jetzt reinkomme? In diesen komischen Raum.
Don't think this is anything.
Scheiße. Wie komme ich denn da jetzt rein? Natürlich jetzt richtig scheiße. Da reingucken. Geht noch nicht mal. Komm in den scheiß Raum rein. Scheiße. Ups. So, gegossene Schrumpfköpfe, Chlorhydrat habe ich gefunden. Und wie ich da reinkomme, das würde ich jetzt echt gern wissen. Muss ich hier irgendwas machen? Nö, geht nicht dann noch aus. Boah, wie ging das denn? Muss da irgendwie in den Raum und ich weiß nicht wie. Hier ist auch keine Tür oder so. Hammer? Ne, der Hammer ist nicht relevant. Auch nicht. Hä? Das sieht ja auch aus wie eine Tür. Oder irgendwie sowas, keine Ahnung. Da kommst du halt auch nicht durch. Nee, ich will mich noch nicht unterhalten. Bin noch nicht durch. Ich komm's irgendwie von der anderen Seite dran. Ha! Siehste. Einmal mit Profis. Eine leere Flasche, oder? Oh. Sind ja da schon was gekommen. Bishop picked the jungle drums. So.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen
Okay,
test?
die ist ja zu leer. So. Das ist auf jeden Fall der geheime Raum. Ist ja auch krass, ne? Sind da so Fotos an der Wand? Ah, das sieht okay aus. Da laufen, ob da noch irgendwas ist. Nope. Das sind nur Flaschen. Ein bisschen so ein Pedobär, wa? So, jetzt schauen wir mal, was haben wir denn? Oh, ich drück mal das Falsche. Du bist doch gewohnt vom PS3. So. Wir haben das Schrumpfkopfgedöns. Wir haben das Gift. Wir haben die Filmrolle. Eine leere Filmrolle und den Aufenthaltsort. Bäh. So. Weiter geht's. Mal spazieren mit dem.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Ah, shit's not.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
A 15-year-old girl told me how she was drugged and molested at a casting house. I found the chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl. A lot of producers and directors use this place. I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
You and Ballard are blackmailing Bishop. That's why he cracked.
So.
You got nothing on me. My hands are clean on this.
Enough. I've been in your peep room, Hopgood. I've seen your smut pictures and the camera setup. You made a movie of Jessica. I found the canister.
The deal is I get to sell the movies to burlesque houses and private collectors.
Wow,
These movie guys love seeing their cocks on screen. But part of the arrangement is I never film their faces. June had me film Bishop, and then she kept the movie for insurance. He went apeshit when he realized his face was front and center.
Who has the film now?
Who else? McAfee.
Ballard had what she wanted. Where does the money come into it?
That's fast to get it on.
Enough of the lies.
I told you I get my cut selling dirty movies.
Your ex was getting 20 large from Bishop.
If I wanted to skim 20 from Bishop, we'd do it through the movie budget. June said she'd sell him the film once the movie had wrapped, but Guy wanted cash. He's in a cash-only business. You think I had a choice in this?
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps. Roy Earl, advice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlin?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part, happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen, to stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
Oh, ne? Das war jetzt mal Brette. So geht das.
I don't think they like your little...
Whoa.
Need to be closer, Cole.
They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
Keep it steady. I'll try and bust his tires. Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
We need to lose those fools, Phelps.
Boah, ich sagen, der erledigt sich gleich.
I can't take the shot from here, Cole. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Alter, der kann nicht.
Make a move. They're sitting ducks here.
Alter, bleibst du stehen. So. Ja, ich würde mal sagen, die Karte ist für den Arsch.
Let's see him chase us now. Onto the movie set,
Die schaut auch
Phelps.
nicht mehr so
Let's
gesund
roll.
aus. Oh, muss man der herhalten. Aber der ist eh abgehauen. Nicht gut.
Presiding over the joint session. Each
So.
Can you drive to this one? And where exactly are we going?
Da wollten wir hin. Ah, nicht schlecht, hey. Wie frech die halt mal waren, wa?
Oh, Christ. And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McAfee really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
So.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it! Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit.
Die waren hinterher, denn.
11K calling station. Now the question is in Francisco, abandoned movie set.
We're trying to help you, Bishop!
This is all a big mistake.
It's us or McAfee's boys, your choice.
I didn't do
Was ist denn die Streppen so schnell? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Ah!
Bishop, that's enough!
Alter, wie die mir immer eine reinhauen.
That girl made it all up.
Was ist denn mit dem? Was ist der? Ah! Ups, ich hätte links laufen sollen. Scheiße, Alter. Was eine Verfolgungsjagd schon wieder, hä?
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Aber es hat gespeichert, oder was? Am Zwischending. Ja. Krass, Alter, was ist das denn?
We're trying to help you, Bishop!
Das ist echt hart.
This is all a big mistake.
Alter, hau mich doch nicht jetzt mit der Sache. BB. Also wir müssen aufpassen, dass ich da jetzt nicht denselben Fehler gleich nochmal mache.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
I didn't do anything.
Alter, das ist hart.
Bishop, that's enough.
That girl, there you go.
Hinterher. Boah,
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
Was eine Verfolgung, Alter.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too.
Wieso kann echt der Mobby da schneller denn als ich?
We need to get out of here.
All right, but you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place.
Ah, nee, da kommt noch irgendwas auf uns zu.
Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me.
Last chance to back the hell down.
Ach.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
It's this way.
Renn doch nicht so voraus, du Vogel, Alter.
LAPD, you're making a big mistake.
Kill them for God's sake! I don't want to die!
Schuss. Alarm! Oh! Also von einer Seite. Nein, ich
Really the best McAfee's got?
Scheiße, ich treffe überhaupt nicht. Fässer, um die Wand zu zerstören, das ist immer.
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Bam!
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
What?
You have to get me out of here. Come on, it's this way.
Ist dich.
It really hurts.
Da ist nochmal
For the
einer.
love of God, how many are there?
Da ist aber nochmal einer. Irgendwo da rechts.
I don't want to die here.
Oh, bleib doch hinten. Sabal. Piss dich.
This is all balanced off.
Oh.
Worse than a war zone.
Bitch. Erwischt?
There's an army of them. We're done.
Piss dich.
I should have known that bitch was trouble.
So.
Get him over here, I'll cover you! Come on, the cavalry's here!
Scheiße.
This way!
Ja.
Those barrels at the base of the elephant column. They're full of gasoline. Shoot them! Quickly!
Zu Moonhead.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Was ist denn mit dem? Nee. Er geht plötzlich ab. Ah, ich hab verschossen, ich weiß nicht woher. Aha. Bumm, hat's gemacht. Ich find's geil. Ja. Das mag ich an solchen Spielen, das ist doch toll.
Follow me. We need to get him to the car.
So muss es ausschauen. Jetzt hier wieder so eine billige Kackpistole.
Follow me! Come on!
Was ist das gescheppert?
All right, let's go. Now!
Lustig. Sieht eigentlich schon ein bisschen durchlöchert aus.
Shoot those sons of bitches!
Was, Waffe aufzunehmen? Wo ist eine?
Bishop, that's enough.
Aha, schon die UPSH oder so sieht aus. Finde ich geil, will ich haben. Muss, glaube ich, sowieso mit jeder Waffe jemanden erschossen haben. Das ist, glaube ich, auch eine Trophäe.
Get him to the car. I can cover you from here. You're almost there.
Das ist ja richtig ab, ey. Er würde mir sagen, der Typ ist ein Rage, Alter, aber hallo.
Keep them off sacred place.
Weapons on the ground, now.
Come on! Throw some blood at those bastards!
Ist die hier irgendwo da ist? Bitch! Weg sind sie. So muss das.
Now this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop,
Looting,
erstwhile
looting,
film producer, an all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for staged rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. You've developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Ballerspiele, ja, macht Spaß. Juhu. Ich würde mal sagen, das habe ich geschafft. Außer es kommt doch noch was.
Phelps, Bukowski.
This your work? Can I help you, Detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in.
Yeah,
I'm buying.
vielleicht wird man jetzt befördert. Das schreit doch nach einer Beförderung.
You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here.
Oops.
You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
Was sind wir denn jetzt? Puff oder was?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like chumps?
Get a table ready for you.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get
Yeah.
the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
Ich hab da echt eine Begabung für.
Pleasure to meet you, Alphonse.
Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a
Pixel
table.
schläft wie ein
You'll like her.
Stein. Ist das süß.
She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse.
Whoa.
You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
Das ist ein
You
bisschen
would
so ein
follow
Arsch,
me,
wa?
detectives. Just through the
Typ.
door.
Fertig, der ist mir unsympathisch. Voll das
He was
unhöfliche
my
Arschding.
only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. You realize
realize what he meant to me.
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa.
Da ist
Here's someone I'd like
Eskalation
you to meet.
angesagt.
Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Was geht denn hier ab?
Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy
Ich
types
würde mal
always
sagen,
get a
die
little
hätte
flighty.
leicht
Meet
eine
Dr.
geklatscht
Harlan
gekriegt, die gute
Fontaine,
Dame.
Doctor to the Stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of
Was geht
Hollywood.
denn hier immer ab, Alter? Was kriegst du denn jetzt für eine Spritze?
So what about that drink, boys?
Oh. Nee, 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 du. Bitch. Ja, wir sind beim Morddezernat. Ey, das gibt eigentlich eine Trophäe. Ich habe alle Verkehrsdezernatfälle. Eigentlich gibt es eine Trophäe. Was ist denn hier los? Da ist er doch schon. Ja, Bling hat's gemacht. Der Lippenstiftmörder. Boah, den Fall kenne ich noch. Boah. Den habe ich erst gespielt. Lippenstiftmörderfall. Der, was danach kommt, den hatte ich auch erst. Ich glaube, das ist sogar jetzt die erste, wo es richtig krass abgeht. Mich wundert, dass das Spiel überhaupt auf Twitch nicht verboten ist. Wenn es das jetzt ist. Aber normalerweise wäre ich davon ausgegangen, das Spiel ist verboten. Also so von dem, was man so sieht. Nacktheit, Gewaltdarstellung und so Zeug.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work.
Müssen wir jetzt aber sowieso kurz neu
The
starten.
department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
So. Ja, die Frau hat's richtig gekriegt. Und hallo, Johnny D. So.
Do you have the address? Been all over KGPL.
Da müssen wir jetzt einmal an den
Street, Belmont,
Unfallort hinfahren.
That's that
Und
cop.
danach können wir dann kurz Restart machen, weil am Unfallort speichert es mir dann. So, wo ist meine Karte? Da ist meine Karte.
You can drive.
You can drive. Bin schon faul, Alter. Lass immer meinen Partner fahren, aber dann ist wenigstens die Verkehr.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
The Dahlia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, That's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Kommt jetzt eh die kalte Zeit, dann passt das. Wie viele Fälle haben wir denn jetzt eigentlich? Das müssen wir gleich mal nachschauen. Lipstick Murder.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Ja, da pass mal auf, du
You're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Wichser. Voll respektlos, ey, die Arschlöcher hier. Jo. So, an der Stelle machen wir jetzt ganz kurz hier. Mal gucken, wie viel haben wir jetzt eigentlich? 9 von 26 sind wir jetzt. Wow. Gut, an der Stelle gehe ich jetzt mal kurz das Update machen. So. Bereit zum Installieren? Ja, dann installier doch. Weiter zu Downloads. Da haben wir es doch. Hat es jetzt installiert oder nicht? Ah, hat's. Den Kappe, das verstehe ich jetzt auch nicht. Ich will mal ganz kurz gucken bei den Fällen. Dann machen wir hier fortsetzen nach. Fälle. Also ich muss 2 Fälle auf jeden Fall bei dem einen Teil nochmal neu machen. Das sind die eigenen gewesen, da war dann das Verkehrsdezernat. Da fehlt die Zeitung, wo siehst du doch, da fehlt eine. Straßen von LA, freies Spiel, falsche Papiere muss ich nochmal wiederholen und eine himmlische Ehe. Auf jeden Fall, weil da fehlen mir die Sterne. So, da können wir weitermachen. Ach, den Kappa, meintest du? Jetzt. Nu habe ich es geblickt. So. Da kann man
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir.
Reinlaufen.
Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
So. Fußspuren.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s.
Ja.
Pink or lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
So. Den Lippenstift haben wir. So, war das andere Teil. Da ist noch was. Oh, jetzt kommt Rätselspaß mit Sui.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
So. Keksi, Alter, du bist ein Fresser. Okay. Das passt jetzt nicht so ganz. So, das passt aber auch nicht. Aber das passt. Das könnte... ich weiß nicht. So, genau. Das passt aber doch nicht drauf. Und das... voll die falsche Richtung gedreht, ich Bob. Oh Mann. Zack. Ja, Rätselspaß wie Zui. Da haben wir das Balamba-Feuerzeug.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
Und dann noch die Leiche raus. Die Fälle weiß ich zum Glück
Cause of death?
weil die habe ich nämlich erst geguckt.
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Das waren nämlich die... Ah, die gute Frau, die schaut nicht so gut aus.
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine.
Das ist geil.
Could be something to it, or
die
it could be the killer's
Mordinternatsfälle habe
trying
ich
to throw
erst
you
vor
off
kurzem
the
gespielt, die
scent.
weiß ich komplett
Either
auswendig.
way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you
Ja,
later.
deswegen, ich
Can we
sag
get to
ja,
the Bomba?
dass das
Man could
Spiel
die of
erlaubt
thirst in a
ist,
case
weil das
like
ja
this.
nicht gerade unzensiert ist, ne? Wenn man sich das mal so anschaut, siehst du offene Leichen. Schauen wir mal, das müssen 4 Hinweise jetzt sein. 1, 2, 3, also mehr Schriftschuhe, Leiche, mehr Schmuck. Balamba-Feuerzeug, Lippenstift und den Schuhabdruck haben wir auch. Sehr schön. Genau. Ich sag mal so, das hat mich einfach gewundert, weil ich meine, schon etwas krass. War ich in dem Auto schon?
You're behind the wheel.
Warte mal, geh doch erstmal das,
Fine. Where are we headed?
das Auto gucken.
You gotta be kidding. We're driving
Ja, das
this?
auf jeden Fall. Okay, das Auto war es nicht. Das habe ich schon. Der Stream ist ab 18 gestellt. Das auf jeden Fall. Mich hat es halt, wie gesagt,
You drive.
gewundert,
I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
dass sowas nicht verboten ist. Also dass LA Noire hier wirklich erlaubt ist mit dem Stream, gerade weil du halt
The werewolf?
For my money,
so viele Sachen
copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Gewaltdarstellungen,
Big head to hang on your wall.
Zensur
Caller
ist
of the
hier überhaupt
decade.
nicht mit drin.
You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. You would have found him.
So, ich gehe mir mal ganz kurz einen Tee machen, bevor wir hier irgendwas weitermachen. Bin gleich wieder da.
Well, you don't see that every day.
So, bin ich wieder da. Wie? Alle sind gestorben beim Überfall, oder was? Was ist denn hier los? Ich habe jetzt meinen Tee. So, umrühren, ziehen lassen. Jetzt doch einen Vanilletee gemacht. Und dann machen wir da weiter. So. Genau, da wollten wir ja rein. Ach ja.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night?
Ist doch lecker.
5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Inquire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Der war da hinten nämlich.
So,
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine?
Oh mein Gott, die tun immer so total überrascht, ne?
Sure,
Ja,
I
das ist
know her.
alle
She and I
Faustdicke
and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine is...
That's the spirit.
Was
Another.
a lovely woman.
So.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Schauen wir uns natürlich an.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
Pling hat's gemacht. So, da geht's weiter.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long
Hört sich
time?
an, als würde der Alten gleich in den Arsch kriechen wollen.
Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna tell me.
Okay, I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have.
Seht ihr, da steht
man
auf die
never knew
Alte.
about it.
Mann, bin ich gut.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up, like usual.
So einer.
But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but I got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue.
Oh, ich bin schon beim 10, sehe
God
ich
knows
gerade.
I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
So, dann erstmal zum Telefon. Ich guck mal kurz, ob hier noch eine Zeitung ist.
He drove me up to Mulholland.
Sieht eher weniger noch aus.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Was ist hier?
Circumstantial.
Okay. So, Telefon benutzen. Ganz wichtig.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks for your help.
So. Weiter geht's.
Nice. Really?
Da ist mein Auto. Schnieke. Wie er schon wartet.
You know the way. You can drive.
Nein,
Fine.
nein, nein.
Where are we headed?
Dahin. Wir wollen dahin, zu den Henrys.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them.
Also ich würde
Guess
sagen,
that's the
wir machen
drink
erstmal
slowing
den
you down.
Hauptstory komplett.
God,
Mal alle
brother, oh
Gegenstände.
brother. It's worse than I could
Was
ever
hat's
have
alles
imagined.
gibt? Sammelobjekte, bla bla. Sammelobjekte werden wir uns aber gucken, eine Karte irgendwie zu holen, weil sonst suchen wir zu lang. So. Da wären wir mal beim Wohnsitz der Handys.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second. Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Oh, das Fenster müssen wir uns auf jeden Fall auch anschauen. Da haben wir eine Zeitung wieder. Die gucken wir uns jetzt als allererstes an.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be
Bist du
empty.
so einer, der was einen Schuss hat, wa?
I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary arrangements.
You said the house would be empty. You're killing me!
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before. I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal
You said the house would be empty! How can I find peace?
Holy shit. Bissle eine am Erbsle war? Hier. Krass. Wie viele Zeitungen haben wir? 4 von 13 haben wir jetzt erst. Die eine habe ich verkackt, dann hätten wir sonst, glaube ich, 5 von 13. Also auch nicht in welchen Fällen die jetzt alle waren. Das ist... Sieht nach Arbeitszimmer aus. So da... Richtig. Oder? Nee. Das hier, glaube ich.
Tiffany? The rest of this stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
So. Hat er das jetzt aufgenommen? Nein. Hat er nicht. Warum? Oh, das ist noch mal einer da.
A regular Amelia Earhart per day. The ring looks distinctive.
Gucken wir jetzt einfach gleich mal. Da geht keine Tür auf. Da geht auch keine Tür auf. Da ist es im Einbruch. Genau.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
So, den Kissen. Sag mal. Ist das... Ne, ist ein Esszimmer. Das ist Wohnzimmer, oder? Ja. Wo war denn das Ding jetzt? Hier? Nee.
No good to me.
Nee. Scheiße, wo ist das denn jetzt? Oder ist doch das gemeint? Nee, ist doch eine Küche. Oder doch der?
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
So.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
War das eigentlich?
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Ups. Das ist die Küche. Das war die Küche. Da ist auch der Schuh. Endlich.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
So. Jetzt schauen wir mal, ob das Ringkästchen jetzt aufgenommen wurde oder nicht. Gucken wir jetzt zur Sicherheit nochmal an. Also nochmal ins Schlafzimmer. Ne, wurde. Okay, sonst wird es nämlich jetzt. So, jetzt müssen wir hinten raus. Das ist nämlich ganz wichtig. Durch den Garten. Wir müssen hier warten kurz. Bis Frau der Nachbarin hier rübergeschossen kommt. Da kommt sie doch schon, die Nachbarin. Der guten Dame muss ich nämlich jetzt reden.
I knew it wasn't.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Oh. Schauen wir mal. Ich glaube, die Karte hat man noch nicht. Kann ich gar nicht einsteigen. Menno. Schade. So, dann geht's wieder voraus.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
So, da müssen wir hin.
That's the guy.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in and keep the hats off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
Moment.
This guy's got a screw loose.
Wow, that looks like a beauty.
So, jetzt hat. Machen wir weiter. Sind wir hier? Nee, du hast nichts verpasst. Ich hab nur grad.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
So.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk.
Junk.
pal.
Nee, das war's nicht. Warte mal, ist das Wohnzimmer überhaupt? Ja. Wohnzimmer. So.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try the gas.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Da ist die Nachricht gewesen.
He'll be back in.
Genau. So.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Nee, das war nix, aber... Wo ist das scheiß Schlafzimmer? La. Da geht's glaube ich rein, oder? Ja. Genau.
Size 11s.
Okay.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
Geht's mal weiter hier.
Bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
We know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it.
Dann schauen wir mal hier.
I'm gonna have to live with that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Da hat er
You don't remember
nicht
what time you
gelogen.
last saw your wife
Die Wahrheit
alive?
noch gesagt.
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but
So.
right around 9.
Muss ich mich noch über die prügeln?
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Ah ja.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, big mouth? Huh?
Wie frech die mal alle sind, Wahnsinn.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
Genau.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was
Lass dich doch einfach
trying to
scheiden,
have her
was mit dem los?
committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper,
Einfach
Jacob.
scheiden, lass
How
er
you
dann
got
gerade
fed up
schlafen.
with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Oh, jedes Mal.
Let's just leave that. What's this?
Wieder mein Hut verloren, ich darf den nicht. Boah. Warte mal, ich lass mich mal kurz K.O. schlagen. Ich würde es schaffen mit dem Hut. Dann hau mich mal kaputt. Schneller, jetzt. Müssen wir jetzt mal ausprobieren. Ja, ja, ne? So, jetzt.
We're still gonna need you to
Mal
come
probieren.
downtown, Mr.
Ich
Henry.
muss den Hut behalten, das ist eine
We
Trophäe.
can get this all
Bei
down
der
on
Schlägerei
paper,
war das, nicht
Jacob.
bei der
How
Schießerei.
you got fed up with your
Aber es
wife
war
and
verdammt
how you
schwer.
figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She
Wieder
was a lush and a
ausrastet, Alter.
tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Doesn't look good for you, Jacob.
Nein! Ach man, jetzt muss ich mich wieder kaputt hauen lassen. Ich will das jetzt schaffen. Komm mal zu. Scheiße, Alter. Also lieber noch mal ein Stückchen vorsichtiger sein. Komm hoch. Oh. Fuck. Ich stehe immer noch. Okay, jetzt. Offizier am Boden. Mann, wie hässlich. Das gibt's doch nicht, ey. Schade, dass man die Texte nicht überspringen kann.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper.
Das ist aber gar nicht so einfach.
How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shit.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
So, jetzt. 1, 2, 1.
Okay. Let's just leave it at that. What's this bunkum?
Not being rational.
Muss immer ganz genau drauf aufpassen, wenn er zuhaut, weil manchmal haut er öfters zu, wie der Sack. Haut er wieder zu. Boah, das war knapp. Da hätte ich jetzt zuhauen können, aber ich gehe da echt immer auf Nummer sicher, ey. Der haut nochmal. Haut nochmal zu. Bam, Alter, du Pisser, ich hab's geschafft.
Call it in and get a squad car
Bitch.
dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Wehe, das gibt jetzt die Trophäe nicht. Kacke ich aber ab. Da, auf der Hut. Haben wir es doch. Haben wir das nämlich auch schon geschafft?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, detective?
Ja, gell?
I need a patrol unit to transport a
Das ist
suspect
immer gar
back
nicht
to
so einfach.
Central.
Das ist eigentlich alles eine Sache der Konzentration.
You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or
Krass. Sieht
Thanks,
richtig
Doc.
ab.
Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Auf den Hut gebracht. Auf der Hut. So. Fahren wir mal selber. Können ja nicht ständig den Partner fahren lassen. Das Auto ist neu. Hallo! Sag mal, ey, diesmal bin ich aber nicht schuld. Der ist mir reingefahren.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexion. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Das ist gefährlich hier. Das Ding schleudert aber auch ganz schön durch die Gegend. Hier kann ich gar nichts dafür. Ist es dein Scheiß Ernst, Gesehen? Ah, stopp. Auf die Karte gucken. Ich bin hier. Da hinten ist das Ziel, das müsste ich eigentlich finden. So. Schon praktisch sind die Sirene, Alter, kommst du überall durch. Alle machen Halt, alle machen Platz, finde ich gut.
Undoubtedly, there are such persons in Hollywood. As you will find elsewhere. But we neither shield nor defend them. We want them exposed.
Upsala.
Responsible for the political or economic ideas of any individual. But we are responsible for what goes on the screen.
Das macht man jetzt eigentlich nicht nach, was ich hier tue. Oh Mann, ey, ich muss das selber schieben. Oh Gott. Aber das war eine Abkürzung, seht ihr? Sie haben ihr Ziel erreicht. So. Wir wären am Ziel. Hoppla, also auf dem anderen Weg müssen wir echt einen neuen Wagen nehmen. Ich glaube, der ist ein bisschen Schrott. Ich hoffe, ich habe jetzt nicht allzu viel Sachschaden veranstaltet.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment, Cole Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be
da bist du nicht
prepared
der
to seek
Einzigste, hey.
absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob and the public will sleep easier tonight.
Ja, der war's aber doch nicht.
Run
Mensch.
along now, Phelps. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Weiß nicht. Da hat er seine Frau, glaube ich, doch noch ein Stückchen zu lieb. Er so ein Weicheis ist.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Die lügen doch eh immer wie gedruckt.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No. No, 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 no.
And then you stomped her.
No.
You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it.
Siehst du, der
Go
sagt's
on.
auch, der ist ein Weicher.
Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
I can. The bar owner, McCall, gave you up. He called your house right at the time that someone was smashing Celine's skull in and got no answer. If we find that socket wrench, you're gonna fry. Get it off your chest. Tell me you killed her.
I killed her, all right. I killed her dreams. She was an aviator, famous in her day, flying around up there like a bird, but she never wanted to come back down. You know, my pop was a sod farmer, dirt poor. I joined the Corps, trained to be a mechanic. I did better than my father did. I worked hard for it. It's all you can ask of a man.
Oh.
Celine. She never wanted to come down from the clouds. She wanted everything I couldn't give her. All I had was security. That was never going to be enough.
Oh.
You did it. Everything points to
Armes
you.
Tuktuk.
What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave.
Oh.
That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
You're lying, Jacob. It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
So.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her, all right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? Took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that. I lived with that woman for 3 years, and
I never knew that.
Ja, jetzt ist wohl jemand
In
überrascht.
that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed.
Was ein blöder
by your
Captain,
stand.
Alter. Voll die große Schnauze hat er. Sollen wir dann selber die Arbeit machen, ja. Oh, Level up, Rang 11.
We can still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendez guy.
Oh, ich habe ein neues Auto. Ja.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
So, weiter geht's.
Mendez, apartment 16.
So. Apartment 16. Vierter
Here,
Stock.
the apartment's up on the top floor.
Alter, ganz hoch, Alter. Was ist hier los? Noch ein Stück. Boah, noch weiter hoch. Noch ein Stück. Kommen jetzt noch welche Treppen? Nee. 14. 15.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Da müssen wir jetzt dahinter. Nicht das, Alter.
Carruthers could match the color and brand of the body.
Wer ist noch so hohl und lässt eine Mordwaffe bei sich?
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break, and Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey! What gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Oh, Scheiße, Alter. Jetzt hab ich einen Hinweis.
Mendez, stop right there!
Ich bin hier angucken können. Hätte ich das mal nicht gemacht, so. Jetzt stehen, Alter.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
So. Da geht's rund.
Get in and drive.
So, der. Ah. Wenn wir schon auf die Karte gucken, wo er ist. Hä? Der ist da oben, Alter. Wo komme ich da hin? Uppala! Das haben wir jetzt nicht gesehen. Scheiße. Hoppla. Ist jetzt so ganz aus Versehen passiert. Ach scheiße, Alter, wie ich das Ding da einfach umgerastet habe. Oh Mann.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Da, jetzt ist es schön hinterher. Ja, ne, das denke ich auch manchmal.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Da hoch.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Noch dichter.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Das sind aber nicht seine Reifen.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Yay! Ja, ne? Wenn die kleine Susa fährt, sowieso. Ach, so schlimm war ich doch gar nicht. Geht doch noch was.
I ain't seeing a goddamn thing.
Ah, das war jetzt natürlich doof mit der Verfolgerjagd. Das wäre jetzt die optimale Gelegenheit, weil ich muss auch meinen Partner einmal jemanden mit dem Auto aufhalten lassen.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps.
Aber einen Hinweis habe ich jetzt verkackt.
Das legt mich schon ein bisschen auf hier. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA
Mal
agrees.
schauen.
Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Ja, was 2 super. Oh. Aber 5 Sterne. Dann ist es egal. Obwohl, ich muss aufpassen. Ich glaube, 95% aller Hinweise muss ich finden, ne?
This pain to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
So. Fall Nummer 9. Wer das jetzt eigentlich? Schauen wir halt mal.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
Moment, müssen wir ganz kurz mit der Mama antworten. So, jetzt. So. Auf zum Exit.
Hey, when is America gonna understand?
Fahr ich mal selber. Oh, wenn wir den Mami schon so sagen, nicht. Dann fängt's an. Oh Mann. Sorry, dass ich da jetzt gerade ein bisschen inaktiv bin, aber ich muss halt kurz gucken. Das ist halt meine Mutti. So. Vielleicht guckt Mutti auch nachher im Stream rein.
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps.
Oh
Not
Mann,
bad
dass
for
die
your
mir
first time
immer
back.
irgendwie vor die Schnauze fahren müssen, Alter. Können die sich
Don't go getting ahead of you. Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Weiß nicht. Ich kann ja auch nichts dafür, die sind immer alle im Weg.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps.
Ich will das Auto haben. Ich glaube, das ist dahinter.
I'm sorry, sir. Police officer, I need your car.
Hallo?
Out of the car, police!
I need the gun in the glove compartment to shoot you!
Halt's Maul. Sag mal. Ich fix ein Auto. So, das haben wir. Was ist mit dem hier? Schon mies eigentlich.
Police emergency, out of the car.
I need the gun in the glove compartment to shoot you!
Die hassen mich ja alle. Oh, der ist ja geil. So, jetzt haben wir das Auto auch. Haben wir schon 16 Stück. Wir kommen den 95 näher. So, wir gehen natürlich wieder in unser Auto. Kommt er jetzt? Los, los. Ein bekannter Unbekannter. Dankeschön für deinen Follow und herzlich willkommen bei den Sui-Stars. Ist auch mein Name. So, das Ding ist über uns, das heißt, wir müssen hier irgendwo hochfahren. Warte mal. Ah, das ist gleich hier das. Mal anständig fahren. Jetzt gibt's wieder einen Ärger. Und allzu viel Sachschaden möchte ich
If you use the siren, maybe those metal things in front of you called cars will know you're in a hurry.
Stopp! Da auf der Seite. Ihr habt ihn zu. So, da wären wir doch schon angekommen.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy has been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case.
Ach, jetzt schleimt er wieder. Vorhin kackt er mich voll von der Seite an, der Typ, und jetzt ist er wieder voll am Schleimen.
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter.
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that?
Dann ziehen wir uns das gleich mal rein hier.
We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin
Ist wieder
primed
nackige
for the
Frauen?
sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Schauen wir mal.
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Denk mal, bis Fall 10 machen wir noch, wenn es von der Zeit her passt. Oder je nachdem, obwohl eigentlich können wir mal gucken, wie lang es noch geht, aber zwischendurch brauchen wir auf jeden Fall dann noch mal eine Pause. Weil das hat doch etwas anstrengend, dann ist, wo ist diese scheiß Leiche? Ja, die Glotze, da hinten war die, ja, genau, da muss man ein Stückchen reinlaufen. Da sind wir doch.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
So, aber einmal Fußspuren.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
So. Hallihallöchen. Dankeschön nochmal für dein Follow. Ich hoffe, du hattest einen schönen Start ins Wochenende.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Ah, das ist die Frage, wa? Da haben wir den Namen.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by R&I?
Back in a second.
So. Überprüfen wir mal gleich, was wir jetzt schon haben. Das mache ich immer ganz gern. Hä? Hat er das jetzt nicht aufgenommen? Oder was? Wieso nicht? Wird er schon 19 Hinweise dann aufnehmen? Sehe ich ja gleich, wenn ich hier dran vorbeilaufe, ob es dann nochmal vibriert oder nicht. Ne, alles gut. So, die hat er auch und dann kommt die Leiche. So, Leiche direkt war... Ich glaube einmal auch an den Armen war was. Mal gucken. Ja.
What's this mark? Cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Mal gucken. Die Leichen schauen immer schon voll fertig aus, ey. So.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Achso, in die andere Richtung.
Ligature mark is very
distinctive.
Ja.
I'll do some comparisons back at the lab
Stimmt,
and
kann
get
ich dir
back
nur
to you.
zustimmen. Wochenende ist immer schön. So. Was war jetzt? Ups. Da habe ich doch schon geguckt. Ich wollte jetzt eigentlich die Abdrücke. Hat er die jetzt nicht aufgenommen? Das hat er aufgenommen. Ich wollte eigentlich die Schuhabdrücke jetzt hier. Wir doch schon abgenommen haben.
Detectives, R&I says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Brae was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Oh, die meisten sind halt, oh, es kommt aber auch kein Ding mehr, ne? Also habe ich doch alles.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia?
Schauen wir mal.
I don't think so.
Ja, Wochenende ist schon mal was
That's a
Schönes.
closed case.
Stimmt.
This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation is the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home.
So.
Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Okay. Jetzt schauen wir mal nochmal, ob es jetzt die Abdrücke da aufnimmt. Oder ob sie vielleicht auch von dem einen Typi. Ne, sind sie wahrscheinlich jetzt halt automatisch drin, oder? Die müssen eigentlich schon drin sein. Irgendwie nicht. Wird schon passen. Weil so die Leiche jetzt halt auch nicht mehr, hoppala, vibriert. Hier auch nichts mehr ist. Und da auch nichts mehr ist. So, gehen wir mal zurück zum Partner. So. Ah, das ist mein Partner, also ab zum Auto. Das ist es nicht, noch ein Stückchen weiter. Boah, der wird hinten geparkt. Achso, das war ja ich. War ja was. Ach, der wartet ja schon. So. Dann gehen wir mal zum Wohnsitz. Ich tue ja keinen was, aber wie die mal gleich wegrennen. Ich beherrsche mich ja schon, dass ich anständig war.
There still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she?
Recht.
No, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Any central unit, car 16 reports a possible jumper at 8 and Methodist Church. Unit to handle code 2 identify.
Oh, ich bin auf der falschen Spur, ne? Oh Mann. Was geht denn hier ab? Liegen Autoteile.
Get out of the way! There's a madman on the loose!
Sag mal. Jetzt habe ich gar nichts getan. Also ich habe ihn zumindest nicht komplett umgebracht, nur leicht angefahren. Warum sind die selber schuld, wenn die ganze Zeit einfach über die Straße dann ohne zu schauen? Das machen wir nicht. Das hat uns Mutti beigebracht. Boah, dass die mal alle bei Rot warten müssen. Geht mal weg. So. Ja, und für die jetzt, die was hier neu sind, also wir spielen das, ist ja das Remastered von Noire und wir werden das auch komplett auf 100% wahrscheinlich spielen, also mit allen Sammelstückchen dann am Schluss. Jetzt erstmal alle Fälle und dann halt alle Sammelobjekte, so Zeug, Nebenfälle und so weiter und so fort. Fahrverhalten bessert sich. allzu schlimm fahre ich ja nicht mehr. So, ich glaube, da muss man rein, oder? Ja. Da. Jetzt ist die Frage darunter, ne? Ja. Naja, komm schon. Sieht schon besser aus auf jeden Fall. So. Ich glaube, das Auto hat ich noch gar nicht. No. Haben wir schon 17. Das hier noch wahrscheinlich. Schon 18. Schauen wir mal das da vorne noch an. Wir müssen ja in die Richtung. Ist ja schon irgendwie schwer. 95 Euro. Siehst du, ich sag doch immer Fortschritte. Das da oben noch anschauen. Ich finde es schon ein bisschen schwer da mit den Autos, weil du teilweise gar nicht unterscheiden kannst. Also so geht's mir zumindest. Okay, haben wir auch. Guck mal, da ist ein Dreirad, vielleicht kann ich damit auch fahren. Nö, schade. Hätte er sein können, kann man ja mal versuchen. Jetzt gehen wir mal da zu der Wohnung. So. Dann wären wir mal dort. So.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Die scheint sichtlich verwirrt.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
So.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Das ist... Ja, das ist das Schlafzimmer.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay?
Einmal.
No sign of a wedding ring.
So, dann haben wir das nämlich.
Work boots. Size 8s.
Da haben wir die auch. Können wir mal die Michelle befragen.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead.
So.
Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
And did he come and get you?
So.
Of course. Some boys offered me a ride home, but that's not the right thing to do.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
You seem reluctant to talk about her jewelry.
It's a touchy subject with Daddy. He thought she wasted too much money on her appearance.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they
Das
are.
Kleidchen, ne? Mit dem Blümchen drauf.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. Mommy always wore her golden butterfly.
I know this is a tough time for you, Michelle,
neuer Hinweis.
but you should really try and help the police.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the
Go
police
to your
are
room, please,
here.
Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Der Hugo.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Mueller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my
Armes Tuk-Tuk. Eine Runde Mitleid.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night.
Wie was wo? Was stimmt nicht?
She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle.
Was ich manchmal gar nicht verstehe,
I
weil wenn sie
worked a full
unschuldig sind,
day.
warum sie dann
I
da
wanted to come
rumliegen?
home, put my feet up.
Ich meine, ist ja auch irgendwo gut, weil sonst wäre es ja wirklich zu einfach.
Your wife went to pick up Michelle?
Yes, that's right.
I think you went with her, but you didn't go to the school. What really happened, Mueller?
You're making this stuff up, and I'll dare anyone to prove any different.
Welches war das jetzt? Warte mal. Das war auch das, ne?
Damn you. I don't even get a chance to grieve, and you go and start pointing the finger at me. You can go to hell.
Shit, das habe ich verkackt.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a
Ah,
violent
gut, eine
man.
Frage falsch macht
You
er auch
try to
nicht
keep a
kaputt.
lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control.
Boah,
Your
41 geht
daughter
aber
and your
eigentlich. Ich finde das auch
wife
nicht so schlimm.
were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Schlimm wäre es, wenn er jetzt 38 oder so hätte. Ich meine, ich habe jetzt nichts dagegen, wenn das so ist. Aber das wäre halt dann eigentlich kleine Füße, finde ich jetzt zumindest.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time
Alles
you
andere
hurt
ist
her.
nicht so schlimm.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on it.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in LA. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, Detective.
Die neugierige Nachbarin. Wahnsinn.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Also so dumm kann man gar nicht sein.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
There he is, officer.
Boom, bitch. Fliegen macht's gleich. So. Zur Telefonzelle kurz. Was? Ach so, ich muss ihn festnehmen. Sag doch was.
Check in the incinerator, Phelps.
Also, ich muss den
I'll
oben
hold our
anschauen.
stupid friend here.
This doesn't look good, Hugo. Get him booked in at Central.
Yeah,
officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the cat.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in
Die Tante Helen.
Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
So, jetzt kann ich telefonieren.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the
Hoppla.
kids. Are you drunk?
Phelps, badge 1247.
Das wird über telefonieren. Sie sehe schon, wir werden hier
I need an
einige
address on a
Spielstunden
Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
So. Warum der eine
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564. Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? And send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Oh nee.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has report waiting.
So, die Karte.
Downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Da ist es doch. Da wollte ich hin. Wir fahren mit dem Auto.
I'm surprised, you know.
Boah, das war
I
knapp.
didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps.
Hallo,
9 times
sag
out
mal.
of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
Ich darf nicht so viele Unfälle
The
bauen,
law
das
of
ist teuer
parsimony.
sonst.
Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away that one.
Any central unit, car 16 L reports a possible jumper at 8 and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identify.
Any central unit possible 288 at Belmont High School, 1575 West 2nd Street. Stand by for further unit to handle identify code 2.
11K to KGPL. We'll take the 288. Go ahead with the further.
Und weiter geht's. Alter, oh, was fahren die denn immer im Weg? Also da hast du schon die Sirene am Laufen und trotzdem fahren sie den Weg rein. Die Gurken, ja. Darüber. Da hoch. Alter, ist ein weiter Weg. So. Wären wir doch schon am Ziel. Oder? Ja, da ist er doch. Die Gerichtsmedizin.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Gut. ist denn das Telefon? Da.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. A green 1946 coupe registered to Mrs. Hugo Mueller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thank you.
So, dann haben wir unsere Informationen. Und können auch schon weiter. Das Auto hat man noch nicht.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
So,
You drive.
Partner jetzt
I need to
fahren.
go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we
Auto
going?
ist gut.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole? Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
You don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
You been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
Wahnsinn.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
So, dann gehen wir mal dahin.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here.
Schauen wir mal, was da
What
jetzt
time
geht.
did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
And this was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now! Hey, you!
So,
Go,
hinterher.
Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Lock them up and throw away the key.
Was ist er denn jetzt hingerannt? Oh, bleib doch stehen. Ah. Ha, ich hab dich. Mann.
What's your name?
Was eine Verfolgungsjagd.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like him a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Aha.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
Das ist die Brosche.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm going to take out my gun, and I'm going to count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
Gucken wir uns gleich mal den Wagen an.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Einmal das Seil. Einmal
The overalls are stenciled
Overall.
HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Und das blutige Werkzeug.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
In meiner Zentrale anrufen. Juhu.
That price is outrageous.
So, telefonieren.
How's that just been paid look about him?
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective.
Es legt mich
I'll get
trotzdem
in
auf,
touch
dass ich
with the
da hier
watch
auch schon
commander.
was gekackt habe. Hey.
Thanks.
Glaub ja, ne? Warte ich. Die eine Frage da und so.
You know the way. You can drive.
So, dann können wir jetzt mal hier.
Where are we headed?
Befragen wir.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole? I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Muller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Das ist interessant. Und was denkt ihr, wer es war? Ich meine, ich weiß es ja noch, aber mich interessiert nur, was ihr denkt. War es der Ehemann oder der andere komische Spacken da?
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
Ja, das eine ist der Ehemann. Der hier.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your
Ist ja
house.
dieser
You were
Vergewaltiger
burning
da.
your blood-stained shoes.
Kinderschänder,
You have no
was
one who
das
can
ist.
confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo.
Oh,
An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Der Hugo. So.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tie iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler. Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man.
Schauen wir mal.
I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Muss man natürlich immer nach
Because I
Taktik
knew
gehen.
you'd never
Das
believe
Gute
it.
ist, ich habe wie gesagt diesen Fall halt erst gespielt gehabt.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought them in and I helped him skin them.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Da ist es.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
So, erstmal das Feuer verlassen. Oh, beim nächsten Verhör habe ich ein Level up. Mit viel Glück. Wo laufe ich denn jetzt da ran? Individueller Raum 1. Menü.
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown
Investigation
out.
Room 1.
Now the
Doch.
DA.
Ist da vorne links war der, ne?
Captain,
Genau.
we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
So.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children
Was
with
ein
your
Spart.
iniquity, Eli?
Spaten.
You think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
Für die Grinsefresse ist das.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I've had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
You ever tie up any
Ja,
of your
fängt so
victims,
schon an.
Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what
Wie
I
nett
mean?
immer der ist, der Herr Kollege hier.
Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
A farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer maguey for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitching braid stays tied.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight, and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rat. I ain't a killer.
Ist aber trotzdem süchtig gewesen, soweit ich weiß. Wie nett die immer zueinander sind, Herr Wahnsinn.
Ah, Phelps, Galloway. Congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
Echt 3 Sachen verkackt. Oh nein, nur 4 Sterne. Fragen richtig, 3 habe ich verkackt. Wow. Das ist natürlich hart.
Phelps! We captured 2 regular army. Lieutenant! Phelps, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank.
I'm in charge here, Medier!
Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen?
You're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There is no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Yet this golden boy actually seems to know what he's doing. See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Genau, jetzt kommt der Fall. So, an der Stelle werde ich jetzt aber einen Cut machen. Dann machen wir dann irgendwann morgen weiter. Dann sage ich auf jeden Fall mal Dankeschön fürs Zugucken. Ich hoffe, es hat euch auch einigermaßen viel Spaß gemacht. Geht ja schon recht zu hier teilweise. Dann wünsche ich euch noch einen schönen Freitagabend. Und wir hören uns dann spätestens morgen oder am Sonntag.
Another naked woman, sir?
Und wir werden dann im Prinzip an der Stelle weitermachen, wo wir jetzt hier aufgehört haben mit dem nächsten Fall. Ich leite euch jetzt noch weiter. Also wer Bock hat, dranbleiben.
Well, young Phelps,
ja,
you win some
wir sehen
and
uns.
you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Muller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi.
Eine Brandwahrscheinlichkeit, aber erste Sache.